We're looking at the BibleWorks diagramming module.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you some of the basics of diagramming that are essential. Anytime you see a line that runs through a horizontal line like this, that always means that to the left of it is the subject and to the right of it is the verb of the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Subject and verb. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we have no lines running through a horizontal line until we get down here to this os.
Mm-hmm.
And os means who, and then we have a subject and a compound verb, endured and sat down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so subject to the left, verb to the right. Then when we come up here, if we get a straight line going up off of a horizontal, that means it's a direct object.
Mm.
Subject, verb, direct object.
Okay.
Okay. And then everything else, I mean, if you want to, you can look up what the diagram item is over here on the left and figure it out. But knowing that we've got a subject, verb, and direct object lets me know that everything else that's connected is Leedy's saying, okay, the ke modifies yumis, the tu garun modifies somehow this whole sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But all this other stuff was modifying the verb trechomen, let us run.
Mm-hmm.
And so having a cloud, so great a cloud of witnesses lying around us, that modifies let us run. And laying aside every weight and the sin that easily besets, that modifies let us run.
Mm.
Looking unto the author and finisher, that is Jesus. This equal signs right here is apposition. You should come first, before you go to Wallace, you should come first to the diagram because it's going to identify within a given verse or verse set, like 1 to 2 here, the main verb, the subject, the main verb, and the direct object.
Mm.
And will keep you from identifying something that's subordinate as though it's not subordinate and is a main idea.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So anything that is connected to the verb is by definition subordinate.
Okay.
You know, in my diagram, sometimes I put stuff above a line rather than everything below, but in a traditional grammatical diagram, nothing goes below the subject, verb, and direct object. I mean, above, everything goes below it.
Mm.
So that's why these things fall out the way they do. So down here in Hebrews 12:3, I've got, here's my subject-verb divider line.
Mm-hmm.
X means that the subject is implicit. There is no word in the Greek text. The main verb is you consider. It's second person, so that means the subject is you. You consider.
Mm-hmm.
And then the direct object was this whole clause here. What are you supposed to consider? Well, the one who endured the contradiction by sinners against himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an hina clause that indicates the purpose that comes off of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what Leedy doesn't do is he doesn't connect this gar here to what came before. So that's one of the key differences between a grammatical diagram and a structural diagram. You had a question about what to do with tasuton. Okay. It's in the accusative case. But what Leedy has done with it is tells you that it modifies nephos.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's listed under nephos says, well, there's some relationship here. And this turns out to be an adjective that agrees in gender, number, and case. So its accusative use is simply, it has no accusative use. It's just agreeing in gender, number, and case with the noun that it modifies. Then we have this over here. Here's accusative, the perikimenon, cloud. Well, again, we've got a participle Because it's accusative, it agrees in gender, number, case, and determination with nephos, so we've got an attributive participle. Here's an attributive adjective, here's an attributive participle.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Now, Leedy doesn't tell you it's an attributive participle, but he does tell you that this participle modifies nephos.
Mm.
He
Mm-hmm.
didn't link it up to trechomen like he did ekondes and apothomenu.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with prokimenon here. He links it to the race.